Welcome in, everybody. I was fighting for my motherfucking life this week with that big C word, but I'm
Oops.
back because I got a lot of shit to say before I go.
Yeah,
But
you got the big Chuck E. Cheese.
uh, it's a myth, right? Not at all. Mm.
What is that? Is that
Hydration.
lean, bro?
Yo, might as well be. But we do not use drug paraphernalia in this space unless prescribed by a big pharmaceutical company so we can grease our palms. But without further ado, while I was on my deathbed, I was contemplating. I was like, man, it would be dope if every time a black man said something, he didn't get drugged by other black men, other black women, black children, blacks in general, because that's what's happening. Let me get real close to the mic real quick. Yeah, make this real sensual. But
My boy is dying out here, bro. You
yo,
good?
yeah, we good. I will not be silenced. But I'm gonna let Pop take it over. I'm about to like low key croak over here. So
All right, so we are here today to discuss the whole situation with another, for lack of a better term, um, spectacle of another black man who has spoke his opinions on his public platform. That is Kyrie Irving, a famous basketball player. He's in hot water for pretty much posting a link about a particular movie. I think it's called Hebrews to Negroes. It's a show that you can watch on Amazon. I plan to watch it somehow. If you guys haven't watched it already, I suggest you just watch it to see, you know, your perspective on it. But before we go into the video, let's hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below to see if we can do anything better, give us some feedback, and we greatly appreciate it.
yes, sir.
Your car incident, of course, touched the world. And it also was a resurgence of your career. And someone else had went through the same thing to kind of kick off his situation, which is Kanye West. Because you in the celebrity world, I got to get your thoughts on it. When you see the situation that's going on with Kanye now, where everyone's snatching him down, I heard he just walked into Skechers today, like, hey, let's talk.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts when you see that from, again, you're in this game. You know what it means to know your words and watch your words and make sure you maneuver through this correctly.
Right.
What are your thoughts when you see what's happening to him and how easily it's given to you could be taken away?
I feel like he was arrogant at one point. You know what I'm saying? But I feel him. I feel what he's saying. I feel it. I really, I was telling my people, I feel like black people is the worst when it comes to criticism.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will see all the other races jump on this one black person, and then they gonna go jump on them too, knowing that these people been killing us and they've been doing everything, and then these people say, "Oh, look what he's doing to the Jews." And Cuz said, "Well, black people were the first Jews. We can go in, let's go back." But when he said that, because none of the Jews never want to say, let's talk about the original shit. They be like, no, because we don't even know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know about this shit. But it's 12 tribes, my nigga. It's 12 tribes and when you say 12 tribes, those are the 12 tribes that's still going on to this day. You know what I'm saying? Same tribes. It's the Asian motherfucker, the black motherfucker, the white motherfucker. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So it like, when he went on that rant, he was trying to say something, but he just didn't know how to say it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
I saw him trying to kind of word it.
He was trying to do it, but he too emotional. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna just like I said, I'm an emotional dude, so I can see an emotional nigga when I see one. You know, when I see one, I know one when I see one. So I'm like, damn, cuz I even put that shit on my Twitter the other day. I'm like, everybody down in this man. And the majority of people that's down in him are black people.
Mm-hmm.
And like my homie Chu said, he was like, nigga, y'all talking about, you lost $1 billion, nigga, you ain't even got 1,000.
Right.
But you trying to down this man that can help you, all the black people, because he got $1 billion, he could have helped you. But you're trying to take him down with the white people. Why are you trying to help them? They don't help us when they people fuck up. They help their people. They be like, shit, I don't give a fuck how the black people think. I'm gonna help my people. China, Asian, I'm gonna help my people. Black people be like, I'm gonna turn on my people. Let's take them down. You know why it is? Because niggas is jealous.
Amen.
They already got us in a place to where we jealous of each other. Like, so if you got more money, I want to take you down first because you got more money. The little nigga in the hood just said the same shit you said. The white person where they stayed been saying it. The Asian, I seen the Asian get on there and say black people are stupid because they follow a religion and a history that they know nothing about, and it was just given to them. And that's a famous Asian person. Nobody ever said that, and I know a whole bunch of black people seen it. I know that because I seen them when I went down the list. I was like, whoa. But soon as a nigga like you, a nigga that you look like, say it, and you see all the white people, all the other races jumping on it, you be like, shit, I ain't got the money he got, man. Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. Go down, nigga. You be like, nigga, y'all the stupidest nigga in the world, nigga. You know why? Because he could have helped you. He could have helped you. Yeah, long down the line, he could have helped you. You would have been one of the niggas he would have helped. But you don't know that. Yeah, we skin people. You know what I'm saying? We got the same color, my nigga. Quit being stupid. Get with him. Don't get him down because that nigga got more money than all of us. So get up under that nigga, like how we do all the rap niggas. Get up under them niggas and see how we can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
We gotta do something. Don't down a nigga. Like, find a way. You know what I'm saying? Find a way we can use this nigga. If he gonna act dumb, then we gonna use this nigga. And we're gonna get what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the black community strong, but the black community is only half, I ain't gonna say half, it's a quarter of us that wanna be strong. You feel what I'm saying?
Shit, probably seems like less than that. I can't hear you, bro.
I said, yeah, as the days goes on and things start to dwindle downhill, and it's
I mean,
tragic because even us, like, we'll get backlash from like other blacks and stuff like that, and it's just an argument. It's never like, what is the situation? I was on Twitter this week. I don't even remember what day, low key. I've lost track of days. But they were talking about something being black and black men's fault, and women were trying to defend that, like, oh, black men. It was pretty much like who's the dude from Migos that got shot?
Takeoff.
Yeah, so RIP to Takeoff. So Takeoff got shot, and we were talking about it, and it was like somebody was like, "Oh, that's a like dudes shooting each other is like a feminine reaction, like a emotional reaction, because as a man, you should be able to de-escalate a situation or altercation before it gets to like an emotional response. Most men, we already know that any altercation can become violent at any point in time, but most strong men talk. Imagine if like our world leaders just went to the summit and they just started fighting in that bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's the equivalent of that. But either way, this woman tried to say, oh, this is men's fault because they're not around to raise their sons and raise their kids and things like that. But at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. Me personally, I believe women choose who they want to have their children with, right? So if you choose a dude who does not meet these qualities and then you end up being a single mother, is that not your fault?
No, it's always the men's fault.
So then I got into the conversation with, oh, well, we know that most women file for divorce, 75 to 80% of women file for divorce from men because one, they're not happy or the relationship's not working out. So most men in relationships, especially when there's children are involved, are low key gonna stay in a relationship as long as there's no abuse, or there's just like their woman is just not like completely crazy. But even if that, like sometimes like people even just stay in the relationships regardless. So
Mhm.
it's one of those things where we keep blaming men for everything, and women don't want to take accountability. There's a lot of men that take accountability and try to be in their kids' lives and everything like that. And it's just one of those things that women have to eventually take responsibility for things, and then they also have to take accountability for other women, because that's another problem. Women don't take accountability for other women. They just jump on each other and, oh, this is a sisterhood, this is this and that. But besides that, let's just say, I'm not trying to say women are like so um the issue when it comes to like, okay, who they choose for like um who they lay down with and everything like that. Because then on top of that, dudes are laying down with these females that aren't like prime choices or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that both are doing wrong, but then it's never a conversation. It's always an argument. And it's like he say a dude could literally come in there and be like, yeah, it is men's fault for not raising their sons. But then what does that say about all the men who are raising their sons, who are respectable, who aren't in the
Yeah.
streets shooting people? But I'll let Pop take it. I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah. I think just in light of current events, you kind of see where the black society or black communities at, and it's kind of sad because like I look at social media and there are people bashing Kanye, people bashing Kyrie Irving. Um, there is so many TikToks that people have sent me, even will show me where it's like any type of sexual thing, like on TikTok or Instagram, it's always black women. Like whether you see like black women, you see black women walking in the store with pretty much nothing but their booty out, or you'll see black women like gawking like a big ass gummy worm and they think that's cute, or dudes talking like being down bad, black dudes being down bad because oh it's cute, and like just a bunch of weird stuff like people making sexual comments about Drake's album, and it's just looking at it from a grand scheme of things. There are so much bigger things that's going on in the world, like you know the World Economic Forum, and people who aren't in governments that are influencing governments, corporations that are influencing governments, and like the rich are getting super rich in the the medical emergency we had 2 years ago. And while other people, other races or other groups of people are kind of like seeing the writings on the wall, may or may not be preparing just certain things that people know in other groups, that black people are not doing that. Like I remember one comment said, not in our channel, but I think Will was showing me something where this white dude was saying that all black people do is make podcasts about relationships and cheating and all this stuff. But is he wrong? Because all we do is just talk about relationships and oh, and this girl is bad, and oh, I'm trying to smash this and that. And it's like we're such on a low frequency of state of mind that we can't see what's going on around us. And especially evident with the whole Kanye and Kyrie thing is like, especially with Kanye, love him or hate him, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm a Kanye stan forever, but there's just the most hate that he's getting is from black people. Like, oh, screw this dude, he's a billionaire, he doesn't need our help or whatever, whatever. And between him and Kyrie, they're just bringing about a conversation that needs to be had. I mean, maybe things that they're doing will wake people up to like what's going on in society. Um, maybe wake up people to maybe look into the history of themselves, and maybe it'll bring us together. Maybe it won't, but it's just frustrating to see that you have other communities, other countries, other groups of people where their priorities are on family, education, building a community, where ours is just about getting money and which girl can get the most ran through or which dude can get the most girls. And it's like our priorities are hella out of whack.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I urge people to just read more. It's just like you said with the chick who some dude was like, "Oh yeah, do you like what was it? Oh yeah, do you like Kanye?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I love Kanye." And then he was like, "Oh, did you hear what he did?" And he was like, she was like, "Oh, what?" And she was like, or the dude was like, "Oh, he was saying anti-Semitic stuff and against the Jewish people, blah blah blah." They're like, "Oh, fuck Kanye." It's like we take information in based off of what other people say, and then we do no research, and then it's just like, okay, this is what I believe in now. The same thing with the misogyny stuff with Andrew Tate. There's been plenty of interviews where people are like, "Oh, you hate Andrew Tate, right?" And they're like, "Yeah," and it's like, "Well, why do you hate him?" Then they're like, "Oh, he's misogynistic," and they're like, "Well, what does that mean?" They're like,
You blank out.
"I don't know." Like, I don't. Or the chick who was like, there was another one where it was like, "Oh, so female hormones are." Like females will say that their hormones deal or
Influence their emotions or something.
yeah, influence their emotions and everything. And she was like, yeah. And then she was like, so we can't shame females for that, but we can shame men for having high level testosterone, which makes them horny. And she was like, I feel like these questions are sexist. And then she just left. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that that TikTok. Was it a TikTok
yeah,
or
it
I
was a
don't
TikTok.
remember.
But
But
that's the
yeah,
thing. Like, we'll cover that in another thing. But the biggest thing is like if you look at a lot of these comments where blacks are bashing blacks, it's always like, oh man, good for him. Like, I hope he's poor, this, and that. And it's like, you don't know these people. Like, you don't know what they're going through. Um, even with Kanye, it's like, okay, they say like Kanye West has a bipolar disorder. So he's mentally ill. Yet we're bashing a mentally ill person, but like anybody who wants to change their gender or their sex or all this other
yeah,
stuff, we're saying that that's okay. So we're just drawing the line wherever we feel like we want to be.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I guarantee you, if Britney Spears came out and they were like, "Oh, Britney Spears has bipolar disorder," everybody, "Oh my goodness, Britney Spears, we need to like support her." And
Yeah,
but you know, like as you said, like if black entertainers aren't singing, dancing, or not saying what they're supposed to be saying, then they ain't gonna do nothing else.
yeah, literally.
I mean,
So
and then even like some dude on another basketball team, I think he played for the Clippers or something, but he posted, he's like, "Oh, we can't even speak now." And somebody was like, "Hey, yo, they canceled Kyrie. You so low on the totem pole that they just kick you out the whole NBA." And that was a black dude telling that dude. And it's just like, bro, we
uh,
just love to come after our own people and just be like the ones.
every time. Yeah.
And then the worst part was some white dude was in there and he was like, yeah, that's what y'all get. And he said y'all because you know what y'all means when he gets in a post bashing a black man saying like
Yeah,
it's not even like, oh, that's what Kyrie gets. It's like that's what y'all get.
that's what y'all get. Yeah,
And then literally only one dude challenged that dude. Nobody else said anything to that dude. And then of course I do my research and I go see what this dude posts on other people's pages. And he's racist as fuck, just posting on black shit. And nobody's charging him up. It's like, oh, we'll ignore the racist, but we'll bash the dude who gets in there and is like, yo, we should read books. Read books? Yo, hey, get this man right now. Like, drag this man for 1,500 fucking posts. Like, repost this shit on Black Twitter and be like, yo, this motherfucker told us to read. Like, bro, but the racist white people in the comments, they just get passes, bro.
mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and even like, there was a whole like Indian black beef going on, and like nobody said anything about it. But that's just some Twitter stuff, bro.
Mm.
But I mean, what do y'all think about the message? I think us as a black community are struggling hard. if we continue
sure.
to go down this path, like there will not be a black community.
Mhm.
Just know that Kanye's ex-friends, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Mary J. Blige, they were all at a party yesterday celebrating P. Diddy's
Ooh,
new tequila, while every black man and it's
that's
yeah,
crazy, bro. That's crazy
these celebrities aren't for the people. That's
at
the
all,
thing.
bro.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Queen B, Queen B, Queen B," and then it's like Jay-Z and Beyonce tried to speak up about like Kanye being a pro-Trumper and we needed Black Lives Matter, this, and that, and then
Mm,
Lives Matters got debunked and all types of stuff. And it's just like they just stopped caring because at the end of the day, even us at this level see that blacks are going after blacks all the time. So why would they waste their money at this point?
why would they?
But
They
that's the
wouldn't.
thing. It's like until blacks start to help themselves, then there's not going to be anybody who's going to come to help us. And truthfully, helping ourselves would just be reading books, starting our own businesses, and just not worrying about what everybody else is doing. We care more about celebrities and all this other bullshit. We don't care about
No.
like the actual world outside of like this entertainment
Mm-mm.
bubble, like money, like changes of power in the world, any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about history. We don't care about the future. We just care about right here, right now. Twitter, blowing the bag. What rapper's gonna drop an album? Uh, Little Uzi dropping a 2-minute thing of him moaning and it's being fired because the beat is just like, oh my goodness, like dudes on Twitter talking about Drake came in my ear with this new album. Like, bro, like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
Wow.
but
Absolutely wow.
until next time,
Peace.
peace.